Let us get started. Hello and welcome back to Mystic Madness Tarot. This is going to be another general collective reading. Just remember that these readings are general, it's not one-to-one. So take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, energies are interchangeable. Time is an illusion. Time is fluid, okay? Um, Sometimes I'm able to do like accurate, time estimates, but time is an illusion, okay? So things, I could be talking about something that might be happening, a day from now, 2 months from now, whatever. It's just however the energy resonates for you is how it resonates for you, okay? Don't try to force anything that doesn't fit, all right? Let's get started here. Let's see, Spirit, Universe, Spirits and Guides. What do we got for the collective here? Ooh, look at that. Living in alignment. Wow. Collective. I was actually getting this message about like the collective discovering like that they can do more than they realize, It's like this collective is like learning more about themselves. So you could be studying more about a new topic, or you could be learning something or relearning something, But with that living in alignment card, it's like you are literally um, in the flow of your heart space. Like you're in flow with your like heart space and your chakras. We got survival mode coming out. Okay, so you're in survival mode, all right. Ego, death, and rebirth. Oh my goodness. I feel like the last reading I did, which was like weeks ago, like that same card came out, ego, death, and rebirth. Like very scorpionic energy. Oh my goodness. I'm not surprised. Like my readings tend to lean in on the Scorpio transformation story because I am a Scorpio, so it's like alchemization, right? Like transmuting dark energy into light energy. And that's something that I've been learning more about myself too. Like, when let's just be real. Scorpios, I would say that Scorpios have it hard in life because, and this is coming from personal experience, but Scorpios have it hard because they feel things on a really, really deep level. Like, um, for example, I don't know why, but homeless people like come to mind. It's like when you see a homeless person on the street, right? A lot of times, like I feel like normally people would be like, oh, like pity, like feel pity towards the homeless, right? And they would just go about their day. Um, but for Scorpios, it's like not only do we feel pity for, these human beings that are less fortunate, but we also like can empathize in a way of like putting ourselves in their shoes and being able to imagine what it's like being in their shoes and feeling like what they're going through and understanding on an emotional level of like what this person's going through, you know what I mean? And I don't know why that analogy came to mind, but it's just like Scorpios resonate deeply with other people, and I think that that's why we tend to be more introverted, is because like when we cross paths with another person, we don't just like, it's not just surface level. Like Scorpios can see, all the hidden layers of this connection or of this person, you know, and Scorpios can generally perceive how a connection would go, you know, and so I think that because of this, Scorpios tend to focus on the past a lot and tend to focus on nostalgia a lot, um, because it's something with self-preservation. Like, I feel like Scorpios always try to equip themselves with knowledge, and always try to be as preemptive as they can, right? Um, Sometimes to their detriment, you know. Ooh, look, we got Muse and Psychic Link coming out here. See it? Yeah. Yeah. So there's a psychic connection coming out here. Okay? It could be this psychic link that me and you have right now, you know. Um but what was I saying? Like, Scorpios tend to fall deep into fear and paranoia because Scorpios are able to see the deeper, you know, layers in things, the deeper meaning behind things. You know, they can look at a person and understand their motives like that. You know what I mean? Um, so that, I don't know if that's gonna resonate for you, but it's just like that whole idea of like transformation and alchemizing the pain, because Scorpios tend to be like, what's the point? I don't really, you know, like, I'm gonna die anyways, you know, like that's that's Scorpio's natural. And I laugh about it because it's like, like for me, it's very much a normal like day to day energy that I carry because I am a Scorpio. It's just kind of like that. What's the point? You know, why is life so hard? What's the point? You know, and so I think that that's the reason why we tend to focus on nostalgia, because nostalgia is like one of those things that inspire us or instills joy in us, right? And so this is, I feel like this is shifting for you, okay? You don't have to be a Scorpio to resonate with this. Like, you could be an Aquarius or whatever, but you might have Scorpio in your chart. But it feels like this is changing. Like, this perspective is subtly changing, and the last card that came out was subtle power, right? And I was thinking about this earlier, how like today is like a cloudy day. Like, it's not normally this cloudy, but we are entering fall, and we do have some storm clouds coming in. But it's cloudy and a little bit gloomy, but there's like this weird like undercurrent of energy that I feel like it's giving me this subtle power energy. Like, there's some kind of like weird frequency or vibration that is in the air that like I can feel like something's building up. Okay, so you could be building up something. You could be like working in the dark on something, or working behind the scenes on something, you know what I mean? You could be like honing your craft somehow, honing your talent somehow. I see some of you are, I see some of you doing art, okay? So you could be an artist or writing. Um, but there's like this connection to your higher self, all right? And this is like going back to living in alignment with your highest good. It's almost like you've tapped into something that is not only empowering, but it's motivating, you know, more motivating than usual. And it feels exciting, but it also feels like you're also under pressure too. So let's see. Let's see what this is all about. We're gonna pull an animal spirit card here. We're gonna pull a couple animal spirits because I love animals. Let's see, spirit. Ooh, look. We got squirrel spirit, and it says believe in yourself. There's something about the squirrel stocking up for winter, okay? Stocking up acorns for winter. It's like you're gathering your supplies to survive the winter. What? And I don't know how that. Maybe this could relate to like your career, like the work that you do or something like that. Like you're putting in the extra work to save up money to get you through winter or something like that. Um, but this card also says believe in yourself, meaning that you can do this. Like it, okay, I'm thinking about that show that I just watched called Back to the Frontier. Really cute show if you haven't seen it yet. It's on HBO and or HBO Max, and it's a reality show where these families, there's three families that um, are put to the test to see if they can survive what it the conditions of like the 1988, like the 1980s, um, in the Western frontier. Um, and their task is to like so they're there for I believe a couple months or something like that, a few months, and their goal is to stock up enough food for the winter, and they have to fill this entire pantry, which is like a mini shed, right, full of food so that they could survive the winter. And they do this by fermenting foods, like pickling foods and stuff like that. So, like for example, like they'll pickle eggs, they'll pickle whatever vegetables they could. Um, they will cure whatever meats they could get, right? And this it's such an arduous task. It's a lot of work, you know, that goes into it. And one thing about on that show, one thing that happened on the show, I won't spoil it too much for you, but one thing that did happen on the show was there was the first frost that came through, like it basically killed their entire garden, and they had to like scramble and figure out how they can preserve what they could, because basically all of their crops were dead, when the first frost came through. And so this is giving me an element of like being able to think on your feet and also just like be prepared, because winter is coming, right? Just like in Game of Thrones. So it feels like you are aware that something is coming, something that you must prepare for, okay? This is giving me this feeling of being hyper aware. Interesting. Let me pull another spirit animal or animal spirit card here. We got otter spirit. This is a playful energy, okay? And okay, I feel like you're being open or allowing yourself to be more playful and vulnerable, okay? This is I don't know, I feel like you're opening up to a playful side of yourself, but this is also like connected to your creativity, and your sense of exploration and learning. I'm getting learning. Okay. Let's see, Spirit. What else? What other messages do we have for the collective? But yeah, the task of like stocking up for winter is, it feels like a lot of work. So I'm getting this energy of like some of you could be like relocating at this time, and maybe it's like packing up all of the boxes, and moving the boxes feels like a lot of work, but you know that it's going to be worth it in the end, like that once it's all said and done, um, it's going to be really worth it. It's going to be completely worth it, and you're going to be happy, and you're excited, because even though this is giving me like this feeling of like, even though you're in survival mode or you're doing your best the best that you can, um, you're doing it with a smile, and that says a lot, you know? That means a lot. Look at this. We got volcano, and it says power. So yeah, there's something building. I'm telling you, like there's something dormant that is like about to emerge. Okay, like maybe you are a Scorpio. This could be like your Phoenix rising moment. Okay, but it feels like for some of you, this could be like pent up frustration. Okay, that is getting ready to be unleashed somehow. Maybe it's through your own self expression, through your own creativity, okay? So something's about to burst, I feel. And I think that you are like preparing yourself for this. It's almost like I'm hearing the word inevitable, like it's bound to happen. Like it's bound to burst. Whatever this situation is. So I'm not sure what's happening right now, but thank you, Spirit. We got patience under the Bodhi tree in northern India. Hmm. There it is again with that subtle power. So you're waiting for something. I don't know what it is. Like you're waiting for something to manifest, or you're waiting for like the right moment to strike or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna pull some tarot cards to see what this is all about. Um, I definitely see you staying grounded, which is good. I see you excited about the prospects to come, but I also see you like honing your craft or working on your craft, or some of you are getting ready to launch something or put yourselves out there in some way. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Let's see, Spirit, what is going on for the collective here? What can you tell us? But it feels like you're having fun with the process, okay? Whatever this is. You're getting ready for like a big shift in your life. We got the Strength card, Cowardly Lion, so it's like you're finding your courage or your confidence to step forward in life, to make the moves that you need to make or want to make, you know, to really put your heart on the line. Put your heart on the line. I like that. Like, maybe that's what I should title this. Putting your heart on the line. Okay, and then we got the Four of Wands here. So this is about foundation, community, celebration, coming into union. So there could be a community on the way to you, or you are opening up to your community at this time, you know. Maybe this is about being vulnerable enough to connect with other people, right? Allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough. There's something, I feel like there's something that you want to be a part of. It's almost like giving me this energy of like people are over here doing something, right? And they're celebrating, and it's like you're over here and you want to be a part of that celebration. You know, the Cowardly Lion, he actually enjoys being around other people, as we know, right, from Wizard of Oz. Like the lovers on the bottom of the deck, okay? Um, but you know, he's too afraid, so he keeps himself trapped in the forest. Let's see what else. And he's too afraid to move forward, but I get this feeling of like you really leaving that paranoia behind. Yeah, as I say that, the Four of Cups comes up. That's right. I feel like this is your energy, okay? If you're watching this, you're part of my collective. This is me, okay? It's that scorpionic energy of like, what's the point, you know? Life is boring. It's like that kind of energy. Why does life got to be so boring? And I say that like as a spiritual person, like when uh, when you're a spiritual person, and I feel like you probably are, you go down rabbit holes, right? And you find synchronicities. You discover different synchronicities from the universe, and you just like at least for me, like being ever since I like came into my spirituality, like every day is like there's always something that the universe is like, you know, teaching me every day. I'm learning something, even just being at home, right? Because I am quite a recluse, let's be honest. I don't like to go out that much, but like I learned so much just from observing and, you know, taking in the synchronicities, and it's gotten to the point where it's like regular everyday life doesn't feel the same anymore, you know? And I maybe some of you could be feeling this on that level of like you don't really feel like you fit in with not like society anymore because of like your spiritual growth, or maybe you're seeing society for what it is, you know, and you just don't vibe with it that much, or you haven't been vibing with it that much. And yeah, but this is giving me that energy of like being ready to get back out there, you know. We got the Ace of Cups here, the Drink Me vial. Yeah, so it's almost like um, giving me this energy of like being ready to open your heart space up, okay? Being ready to drink the Kool-Aid, as you will, right? Um, and the Ace of Cups is all about joy and happiness. A new beginning in terms of like love, in terms of love. This is giving me this feeling of like allowing yourself to love others. We got the Hermit, you see. As I say that, as I said that, I told you I'm a recluse. We got the Tower, the Tornado, okay. And then we got the Page of Cups. There's Toto coming out. Let's get one more card, Spirit, for the collective. One more card. Oh, I said one. So, okay, we got the Chariot card, okay, the Flying Monkeys, and then we got the um, Nine of Swords, the Wheelers. And what this is telling me is like, this is giving me like very in and out energy, like being ready, like hyping yourself up to say, go out to a club, okay? Excuse me. It's like you're gearing up to go out or put yourself out there, or you're gearing up to do the work needed to push forward, right? But there's still a lot of subconscious fears are that's like keeping you stuck, right? It's giving me this feeling of like I want to go out, I want to connect with people, I want to have some fun, I want to like pour more into my own cup, and I feel ready to do that. But then there's still these like subconscious fears that creep in, and it's like, are you sure you want to do that? You know, or if you do that, you're gonna make a fool of yourself. It's like those kinds of thoughts are it's just thoughts. it's just your own thoughts, you know. So I wouldn't feed into it, okay? I think that you're on the right track with like channeling what excites you, what makes you feel like uh, a person, a human. You know, whether it's through your own unique art, whether it's through dancing, whatever, right? Working, you know, working out. Um, it's just that's how it's coming out. It's just this feeling of like needing to drink the Kool-Aid, okay? I like to say that because some of us, you know, myself included, I too am guilty of this, but it's like it's hard to feel motivated in life when you continue to remind yourself of all of the negative aspects of life. You know what I mean? And so drinking the Kool-Aid is like, in a way, it's like tricking yourself to believe that everything is all good. You know what I mean? I don't like saying like you're tricking yourself because it's not. It's like you're you're basically rewiring your main frame, your mind frame. You're rewiring your neurological, you know, mindset. We got the 10 of swords on the bottom here. So yeah, I feel like a tough cycle is ending for you, for reals. A really tough cycle. It's like you went through the hurricane, right? You just went through a hurricane and you landed in Oz. And there are all these people, you know, that are there ready to cheer you on. They're excited to see you. They're excited to meet you. You know, they're like, who is this? Who is this person? You know what I mean? And I feel that coming through strongly here. Interesting. Yeah, so I think the message here is like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, keep doing what you're doing, have some fun with the process like you intend to. Don't overthink it. Um, but yeah, let me go ahead and close out this reading. I don't feel like I need to say any more than that. I think you get the gist, right? Let's close out this reading with the Sacred Destiny Oracle card Spirit. What advice do we have for the collective moving forward? Ooh, that one came out really hard. Okay, so success. Success is at hand, okay? So I feel like you are going to be successful in this endeavor that you're after, whatever this is that you're after. I feel like you are after it like very fiercely, okay? It's like you have been waiting for this moment, or you've been kind of like gearing up for this moment. And for some of you, I am seeing like that you're moving, okay? Some of you are moving, and it's like you've been waiting for this moment. Um, there's some kind of success too for some of you in terms of like your career coming through. This is giving me like real, like again, with the subtle power here, like card, like that's giving me like this Black Panther. Like Black Panthers, they hide in the shadows. Like when they're ready to when they're hunting for their prey, because you can see like that bird there, the cockatoo. Um, when they're hunting their prey, they camouflage themselves in the shadow, and maybe this is like the energy here with you is it's like you've been um, in working away in the background doing something, getting ready to launch something or getting ready to put something out there. Maybe some of you have been working on a book or something like that, and you know you're getting ready to publish it, you know, and it's giving me this feeling of like your success is right around the corner. Like your success is like going to happen. And I don't want to like gas you up, right? I'm just saying like if you continue to push forward like with that self-determination, same like and remain objective, just like the flying monkeys here, like the universe will carry you. You see how like they're carrying Toto? Like the universe will carry you the rest of the way. So it's like right now it feels like yes, it's hard work. It's going to be hard work to stock up for winter or whatever to but it's gonna be well worth it um because the universe is getting ready to help you out and support you big time. You know, it's like you have to meet the universe halfway by putting in that extra effort, putting in the extra work, staying motivated, staying positive, right? There's something, I'm still getting something with this community of people. Like maybe you're getting ready to reach out to a group of people or something like that. And it's like Spirit is saying, like, let the good times roll, like it's time to start having fun with your life. You know what I mean? I almost said, you know what I mean, Scorpio? But no, it's time to start having some fun with your life, and allow the wind of the universe to care to meet you halfway and support you on this, endeavor. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Um, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It'll really help my channel out a lot. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye.